only we should give the our professional self introduction, not our like personal self introduction. They don't expect any personal introduction, like how many family members we have, and these are the things they don't need, and how many siblings and everything. So how many years of overall experience do we have, and how many years of relevant experience on the Anaplan. So these questions they will expect, and what are the, and more they will expect on Anaplan only from last 3 years. What are the projects you have done, and on the base, and last 3 years also recent project they will ask more. What was your recent project, and how you have implemented end-to-end implementation of that project. They will ask more on the recent project whatever we keep on our resume. So about that company, and what is the client and payroll. So regarding payroll also they don't ask, they will ask more on the client. So what was the client, and what was the business business process, and how they use this Anaplan to uh, improve their business. What are the reports you have prepared for that business, and how they have used this Anaplan model, and what are the benefits you have provided for them by using this Anaplan. So these type of questions they will ask. So we should be ready for these questions. What are the reports we have prepared, and what is the use case, and what is the user story, and this is a basic question. So after asking this one, so majorly, and one more thing I want to suggest for everyone, um, try to we should try to keep three project, Balakrishna. One is FP&A, one is supply chain, and one is the sales and operational. So we can keep the three projects here in our profile. Why means, if we are keeping the only FP&A, even we are getting most of the most of the companies we are getting FP&A side only, but few companies we are getting calls from the demand planning, we are getting there, but sales and operational planning we are getting the more calls. So did you observe anyone? Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes. So
Yeah,
if
I got for supply chain.
yes, yes. So that is the reason for each and every in our experience, 3 years experience. If we keep one supply chain, one supply of FP&A, one supply chain, and one is a sales and operational project. If we keep these three project, so if they need any profile, any type of functional process they need, they will shortlist our resume, and easily they will schedule the interview. So this will be easy for.
Yeah, but Asif bhai,
Yes.
sorry to interrupt, but we do not much stuff regarding sales or this level,
Sorry.
this level. Do we have that stuff in the pre-sales and sales
Your voice is
management
not
bhai?
clear, Usman bhai.
Not
Sorry if
clear.
your voice is not clear now.
Clear now?
Yes, you can speak out. We'll try to listen.
Yeah. So I'm saying that in level one and level two, we do much stuff regarding the sales and purchase, like we have for supply chain and the finance plan. We don't much stuff for sales and purchase and operations.
So I'm sorry, I didn't get. Come again.
मैं ये बोल रहा था कि अपने लेवल वन और लेवल टू के भीतर जितना डेटा और stuff हमारे लिए फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग और सप्लाई चेन के लिए है, क्या उतना सेल्स ई सेल्स और ऑपरेशन के लिए स्पेसिफिक मतलब डिटेल ट्रेनिंग है जिसमें हम जाके इंटरव्यू दे सकते हैं? पूछा।
Yes, if they ask, if we have, for example, sales and operational project, if they get, so just on the what we have done in level one and level two, on the base of past, in level one financial planning, on the base of past revenue we have done the forecasting for the future revenue, and on the base of past profit and loss we have done the forecasting for the future profit and loss reports. In level 2 what we have done on the base of past demand, we have done the future demand, how it is going to happen, and how we need to uh, how we need to distribute products from the manufacturing centers to distribution centers. So these are the themes. And in sales and operation also same thing. So how much sales happened in the past historical years, and how much going to happen in the future. So this is the concept we have in the sales and operational project. So we should be prepared for some notes by using the chat gpt for the sales and operation project. And simple thing, we'll do the forecasting reports. And in sales and operational project we'll do some we'll set targets from the sales employees, how for region wise and location wise and country wise segment wise. We'll set for the some target for the each and every employees. And on the base of that targets will provide some commission as well. So these are the three four important components we have, like as we have in the level 1 and level 2. So same sales and operation also we have this one. So if you research more on the sales and operational side as well, we'll get some content, and we should explain that content. If you are going to prepare for the sales and operation project, we should be ready for it, correct? So then it will be enough for us. We should not explain more for while explaining the project explanation only we'll use that sales and operation terminology and everything. Later we'll jump into our technical side, correct? So we should at least we should speak at 5 minutes on the sales and operational project. That will be enough, so that we can go for the technical side. And then they will um, they will ask, like, again same questions they will ask, what are the best practices, model optimization technique, data hub advantages. So again they will jump into technical side. Is it clear, Irfan? Yes. Am I audible to you?
Yeah, Ashish bhai, clear.
Yes, we don't involve each and everything will be same. Functionality will be same, even the whatever the project is. So just we need to understand the concept and we need to explain it. So then it will be enough for us. And majorly like this, after asking this project explanation, so they will ask what are the major roles and responsibilities. So what are the major roles and responsibility we will face? Generally what you used to do in your previous project, what exact your roles and responsibilities. Not on a plan, just theoretical answers. They will ask practically what you used to do in the previous job. So how we can give the answer, what will be our uh, past project details. Yes, earlier we have prepared some points. So, Balakrishna, what are the things we can explain for our past experience regarding previous project and roles and responsibilities? What exact our roles and responsibilities?
So designing and collecting the information to transform the data into the use case user stories like technical points, modules, list, and deployment stuff, ALM stuff, and roles and responsibilities. Based on roles and responsibilities, we used to provide the user accesses. And basically, we used to prepare some documentation like wireframes and technical document, uh, and also
One
finally
minute,
once every
Balakrishna, 1 minute. Everything is correct, but you should say, you should
in
own
our
your
in my
words.
project in my project
In your
like
project what you used to do. uh, I am not asking theoretical question, practical way I am expecting. So what will you give for the interviewer? So give me answer in terms of interviewer. While you giving interviewer, how you give same way I want answer here. You should own your words. I have done this one, I have done this one in my previous project, like that you should explain. Whatever you are explaining this way, it looks like theoretical.
Mhm.
Yes, go ahead.
So in practical way, like in my project, we followed agile methodology where we need to do in different phases. Initially, we used to get that use case and user story in a like a ticket form where one is for creation, the other one is for tracking purpose. So our SME used to create the ticket, then we used to do the analysis of the use case. Then we will start discussion, like we used to do that, divided into sprints. In the initial stage, we used to prepare this sprint design, and then we need to design, like decide what list that we required based on the user question, user statement, or the stakeholder statement, and what are the lists that are required. We finalize then. So that is once the design phase is done, then we need to prepare the sprints. There are two types of sprints. One is regular deployment. The other one is sprint uh, issues. Like every 2 weeks, we used to run a sprint. First 2 weeks normal sprint, the second 2 weeks the changes in the alternative weeks. So and then once the sprint release is done, once the design is done, we used to do the release. And again in release we used to do the testing part, like functional testing, UAT testing, and final testing, user testing, and end user testing, in fact. Then the next phase we used to look into that uh, sprint backlog. What is that left within the deadline? Is it completed or anything is left? So in such a way that we used to look into that. If anything is left, that sprint backlog, we used to push to the next sprint. Finally the retrospective effect, what went well and what not went well. So based on that, the points we need to jot it out again. We will conduct a call after each sprint. Then we will look into the improvements and what are the challenges that we are going to fix. So this is how all the use cases and user statements that we are going to fix once the sprints are done. And we used to go for user responsibilities. Basically, we used to follow disco and plans rules while implementing, like building the model or like building the modules. So they are the basic guidelines to follow the best optimization techniques and all. Finally, we used to provide the access for the users and whoever the people that require, like administrator access or any specific modules or list, like selective access. And finally, we used to prepare a guiding document, techno-functional document, which will guide the people to figure out whenever they are working with that for any further changes. So, like this, we prepared our initial stage to end stage.
Okay, fine. So other than this one, do you want to add anything?
ALM, we can add it in deep.
Yes, after completing our project, even we used to do the after completing the product model. So we used to create the three environments, and by using ALM process, three environments, and prod model we used to keep in deployed mode, and dev model we used to keep in standard mode. And whenever the end user need any changes after deploying the model as well, they used to ask us. Then we, if they need any production changes, they used to do in their model itself, in production model itself. The admin people will use to do that one. And but if they need any structural changes, they used to ask us, and then we used to change in dev model, and we used to sync that dev to prod by using the revision tag. So that is the process. That one also we can explain in our project roles and responsibilities. But even we can include this daily stand up meetings. We
Scrum
used to,
calls. Scrum calls, yeah.
yes, scrum calls we can include. And even while gathering information, we used to interact with the users. So for that one, we used to interact with the users. Our manager is used to uh, like ask the questions on the base of their requirement. Even I was also used to attend that meeting sign. If I have any doubts, even I also used to ask the questions on the base of whatever the doubts I get. So like that we should even I used to interact with the, along with my manager, I used to interact with the end users as well while giving the user stories. So that also we can include. And that will also get impress for that one as well. And one more thing, we after creating after each and every sprint, after completing each and every sprint, we used to provide the test scripts. Test script nothing but whatever the um, steps we have completed in our sprint. So we used to provide that steps in our one document type. So in that document we used to provide the details, so what are the steps we have followed, and what end user need to do, how what are the steps they need to follow to get that open that reports, and how they need to upload the data, and how um, they need to test their data. So that is the one test script is the one thing. And that steps also we can provide in the document. And one more thing, we can prepare the user manual guide. So what is user manual guide means, each and every step will take image by using our snipe, and by using that one, each and everything will take one image, and below that one will write some points. So by using these credentials, so we can enter here, and we can log in into an Anaplan model, and then how they should navigate model, and how they should upload the things, and everything we should show in the like we can say visualization way. So each and everything, so by showing this images, so this is known as a user manual guide. Is it clear? What are the documents we'll prepare? And finally we'll prepare the techno functional document. So finally we prepare techno functional documents. So techno functional, in the techno functional document we'll prepare the document only, but what logic we have created in each and every uh, dashboard, and how we are getting the data. So same, we'll prepare proper document and everything maintain there. So by watching that one also we'll get the idea. So formulas and everything will mention, and logic will show there, so in that document. So these are the things, each and everything we need to include um, while giving the interview. In my previous project, I have prepared, these are the different documents I have prepared, like that we should explain. So is it clear what are the documents we'll prepare, and what is the procedure to follow the prepare the model building process? Yes, Lokesh, is it clear what will we do, what are the steps involved?
Yes, yes, Satvik.
Okay, fine. So these are the things, each and everything we should cover here. Otherwise, what happens? So they don't believe like this guy only came from learning center only. So community, he has gone through community and he came. Simply they will think like this. So if we explain, if you own our words by I have done this one, I have done this one in my previous project, everything we should mention here. So then that content will be, it looks good, and they will get confidence. So this guy is correct guy. So earlier we used to each and every time we used to use these tips. So whoever got placed, each and everyone they used to mention all these points repeatedly. And even one more thing also, if they ask any question, for example model optimization question, if they ask, so simply we should not say model optimization techniques are like these are the things. So by using removing unknown dimension, and using list subset, and using time ranges, and these are the things we have. So if we use this one, we can reduce model size, like that. If we say, simply they can understand this is a theory guy. So how we should explain these answers means, so we should create one story first of all. So while doing my previous project, even my manager asked to reduce my our model size. So why means, like our almost our model workspace size was only 130 GB. Our model reached almost 120 GB. At that time, he has asked me to reduce the model size. So that responsibility I have taken, and I have worked on it, and I have done these things so that I could reduce my model to up to 60 to 70 GB. So by creating list subset instead of entire list, and I have used time ranges wherever I don't require entire model calendar. Like this, we should say every word we should own our project. In my project, I have faced this challenge, so I have solved in this way. And so even while saying each and everything, we should give even example as well. Each and every time I tell like we should give any answer with the example. So for example, if we have the list subset, instead of saying simple, I used list subset wherever I don't require the entire list subset. This is a even this is also not a perfect sentence. We can give the one example. So how we can give the example means, so in my employee list actually we have calculated sales commission. So for that, in that scenario, we our new Anaplan model builder, he has used actually entire employee list there. So instead of that one, I have created one like sales subset, sales employee subset, and there I have used for that module, that instead of employee list I have used sales employee subset. So because of that one, I could reduce my model size. Like this, each and everything, whenever we are giving the any answer, so we should give the one example, which scenario we have done this one, and which scenario we have done this one. So if they ask line item subset, so line item subset also if they ask, so we should give the proper example. So even we can use the currency conversion and growth rate projection and whatever this we have, anyway we have. But even we have, like last time we have used one user based selection also, we have used this line item subset. So that one also we can give as an example. In my project on the base of user selections, so they needed the access. For that one also I have used this line item subset, and on the base of my requirement, I have created one line item, and I have taken the source module, and then I have taken boolean formatted line item, I have implemented this one. So by using this that line item subset, I could manage on the base of user selection, I could manage the access whoever the login the module, so he will get the that access only. Whatever the line items we want to give the access, that line item access we can provide the that particular person. So that is also one advantage we have by using the line item subset. So this is the way, whenever we are giving each and every answer, so we should give an example. So then what happened, it will correctly, so they will, it will make sense and they will satisfy. Otherwise what happens, simply they will think this is a theory guy, simply they will think. So to avoid that one only, whenever if you are doing something, even sum and lookup also if you are explaining, so we should make some context and we should give the answer. So which scenario we have used some, and one um, so what is our source and what is our target. So even we should change our dimensions. Even if we have in level 1, we are pulling data by using the sum one place to another place. So what is that context, we need to understand. And after understanding the context, so what should we do, we need to change the dimensions. If you say the same thing, sometime they will identify. So even we need to use a other terminology. So in our level 1, where did we use our sum function to pull data from revenue or margin from rev 03 to rev 0 rev 02 something we have used. So what is our source and target there? So rev 03 was the G3 location, and rev 02 was the G2 country. But in Rep 02 we had their size as a dimension, and Rev 03 we had product as a dimension. So if I want to pull data from child to parent with specific condition we have used, so that one we should give example with a different terminology. So instead of product, what should we say? So we should say some brand, we can say. So brand, we can say brand or sub brand, like that we can say. Instead of location to country, we should say segment to we can say um, region, we can say region, or segment to, like different terminology we should use. In the same way, whatever we are using, different terminology we should use. By understanding, we should make our own sentence, and then we should give the answer. Then they will understand that this guy, he is not from the learning center. So already, so I have listened this. If we only explain from the learning center, like P1 product family, P2 products, and these things, what happened, they will identify the candidate. Is it clear what I am trying to say here? Yes.
Yes, yes.
Asif bhai, one small doubt. Actually, while they are asking about, tell me about use case in financial planning.
Yes.
So, what exactly want to tell Irfan bhai, Asif bhai?
Use case or user story, which one?
Use case.
Use case, FP&A is only use case, financial planning only use case. And
Hmm.
if they ask user stories, what are the things exactly means, you can consider revenue planning is one user story, and price planning is one user story, and volume planning is one user story, and balance sheet is one user story, cash flow statement is one user story, and cash flow statement, and so what are the other thing, profit and loss report is our user story. So all these things are the user stories only. User story is
Hmm.
nothing but the what they are expecting, what report they are expecting. So that is comes under the user stories.
Hmm.
Yes. So for each and every, in learning center, for revenue we have the, for revenue price module we have, or revenue volume module we have. But in real time we have so many modules for the revenue, for the price only. Price, volume, we have so many modules, and profit and loss report we have so many modules. Expenses we have so many modules. So then by doing in the learning center, we'll do only simple way we'll do. In real time,
Hmm.
what happened, it will be very lengthy, and model also very big model it will be there. And so many things will be there, so that we need to add more things whatever we have done. But we should not use the same terminology. So same terminology means exact point to point we should not copy from the learning center. We should add some extra things, so that it makes sense.
Okay. Well, then while explaining project, they ask about project, we can say we are working on FP&A, and we can say price growth module. These are the things we can explain to them, right? Asif
Price
bhai?
growth we should not explain. What I have told, price
Uh,
planning, revenue planning, and volume planning.
uh,
Okay, we need to explain these are the things. So
okay.
same to same we should not explain. That's what I'm saying.
Hmm.
Price book module, revenue volume module, and Rev 03 margin calculation module. These I am what I am saying. We should say different terminology.
Hmm.
Same words we should say in different way. Correct. So otherwise they will identify.
Hmm.
Everyone came from the learning center only. Correct.
Yes.
So that is the reason easily they will identify. We should use the different terminology for product also. In product also we can say, in real time, what are the different categories we have, means how they will call products: brand, sub brands, category, subcategory, and final level will called as a SKUs. So these are the
Hmm.
different words we'll use for the product. And for geo, for geo list, how they called as, like regions, sub regions, and segments, sub-segments, and then country, location. So these are the things they will use for the geo hierarchy. So these are the things they will use, not G1 region, G2 country, G3. Only we don't have three levels there real time. So up to
Mm.
6 to 7 levels also will be there. So that is the reason we need to add the more things here for the hierarchy level.
Mm.
So it will make sense. We need to use the some different words instead of G1 region, G2 country, G3 location. We should say like region, sub-region, segment, sub-segments. So like that we should say city. This is also fine. We should not use the exact words in the learning center. We should use some like some more or less than the community whatever we have.
Mm.
So anyway, like these are the things we need to focus, and roles and responsibilities, and we can say use case and user stories. So these are the all things we can include. So it makes sense, and so we even I will share this recorded session. So everyone try to prepare these notes, so that it will be easy to give the interview. So all this I am recording this session. So what are the points we need to cover while giving the like self introduction, and project use case and user stories, and roles and responsibilities. So how, and even we can say what are the other things we can add in roles and responsibilities means. So even like this client interaction, and initially how real time project will goes means in before starting that sprint also we'll connect with the users and we'll do the interaction. So what are the things they need for that sprint and everything. Sprint will be there the 14 days, and once if we start the sprint, they will give the some user stories to each and every Anaplan model builders. So once if assign that user story, so within 2 weeks, 14 days, if they give when Monday, this Monday, so after 14 days, after 2 weeks, they will close that user stories. Before that, what happens? Before starting the sprint only, we need to take some requirement from the end users, and even after starting this sprint as well, if we have any doubt, we can ask them. They will come in between the this sprint also, weekly twice they will comes. So we will interact with the users. So if we have any doubt while doing this sprint, so they will ask us what are the doubts do you have, and how you are doing, everything they will ask. If we have any doubt, we can ask, our manager will ask. So everyone will ask from our company side. So client also they will be available for 2 3 peoples. So manager level, and even like so normal employees, everyone will be there. So on the base of their requirement they will explain, and after weekly 2 times they will connect with us and we will explain them. And after completing that one, within the before 2 weeks we need to complete. And even before completing that sprint, even we need to show the users what we have done. Before one day we need to show them what we have done for this user story, and what are the things we have performed calculations and everything. We need to show them in meetings itself. So we need to explain. Even if they ask any cross questions, if they need any inputs they will provide. We need to rectify that points as well. And otherwise, if our manager, if we couldn't give the answer, our manager will take care, and they will also try to explain them users. This is the way. And after completing that one, we'll give the testing document everything, and we'll close that user story. If we couldn't complete that user story, what happened, it will be sprint backlog. Nothing but it will not get closed, it will close in the next sprint. So it will take some time because of some inputs and everything. If it is not get complete, they will we can complete on the next week. So next sprint we can continue. The ticket will not get closed. That's user story. So in Zira, generally what happens, Zira service now nowadays they are we are using for the most of the time for the to create this user stories. And we can follow up the everyone's user story and everything. If it is open, it will be open. So they will our scrum master will assign each and every one for the each and every user story. Like one candidate will give the two user stories, so one candidate will give the two user story, like that they will distribute. So after assigning that one, we need to perform whether it is started or whether it is open or whether it is progress. So if it is progress, they will consider it is going on. If it is completed, then we'll send for the testing. Our manager, from our manager will give testing for testing to that user story. Then manager will take care and everything they will check, and if it is everything correct, he will like it is a fixed, and we can he will close simply. Otherwise, if we want to, if there any changes are need, then he will give the inputs and ask us to complete that inputs whatever he has provided. So like that we need to close the tickets and user stories. So it will not be pending if we complete everything is a proper way. So this is the sprint backlog if we keep in pending. So what is product backlog means? So if you are completing handovering the model, in that model if we have any pending, so that is known as a product backlog. Is it clear what is the difference between the sprint and product backlog? So just send us a rejoin message. Yes, am I audible to you?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
fine.
yes.
Yes. So what is the difference between the product backlog and sprint backlog?
The sprint which we do every fortnightly, while handovering it, if there is something pending in that sprint, that comes under sprint backlog. If we are unable to complete within that 15 days period, and while handing over the model, if something is pending in the complete use case, then that will come under product backlog.
Okay, fine. So these are the thing. Okay, fine. So these are the things we need to focus while giving the use case and user stories and project roles and responsibilities. Then it will make sense. And so everyone prepare notes, and while giving the interview, so we need to add each and everything here. And for while giving each and every answer as well, whenever we are giving any answer, we should set some context and we should explain. So we should not explain anything in theoretical way. So that is the most important one. So then only, even if we are giving proper answer, correct answer also, they will not satisfy. They will expect some context, even for the currency conversion. So why you have done currency conversion, and line item subset we use it for the currency conversion. So why you have required that currency conversion? So what is the reason why we are doing the currency conversion, Balakrishna?
When the business is located across the countries, and its incorporation like incorporated country is one, and it is working in different countries. So the reporting currency and business currency will change. So finally, we need to convert all the business location currencies into reporting currency. So that for that we need some calculations, which is like the corresponding FX values. We need to take the rates. We need to create the countries and their codes, and then we need to match up. We need to put the formula on that specific day. What is the rate as per the conversion rate that we need to do that based on the business transactions, like whatever that output that is required in reporting currency that we need to do the calculations.
Yes, so exactly. We need to explain all these things. If where we have used LIS line item subset means we need to explain all these things. And for this scenario, I have used my line item subset, and I have taken source line items from the different modules, and I have um, used this one. And again, so what generally we'll use line item subset for to do the calculations on calculations. So already we have the data in dollars, but we are converting the dollars to local currency in our, so with our line item subset generally. So that is the purpose we have used our line item subset. So like this, while explaining each and everything, so we need to give the one example, and we need to set some context. And even we have I have faced this challenge in my previous project. So the I have given this solution like that. We need to set for each and every answer. So we need to give example, with example we need to give answer. So I have faced this challenge. Yes, I have solved this problem. If we give the answer in this way, then only it makes sense. So otherwise, even we are giving the proper answer, so he knows, yes, this is the correct answer only. But why they don't satisfy means, so because of our lack of like examples, and lack of our what we say, why we are not owning our words, like we are not setting the context. So not setting the context means like we are not giving in my in my previous project I have done this one, like that we are not get making him confident. So that is the problem. So we need to think about these things while giving the answers each and everything. So that will make sense. And 100% it will affect if we while explaining each and every answer, if we give the example. So that is the best option to satisfy the impress the interviewer. So that is the only thing we have. Other than nothing we have, like so whatever the things we have. uh, so I hope everyone is clear this one. I will share this recorded session as well. And so Balakrishna, can you give the mock interview on these three things: use case, user stories, use case, user stories, and project explanation, and roles and responsibility.
No.
Yes, is it possible, or can I give chance to Irfan?
Yeah, yeah, you can give chance to Irfan. I need to relook into that. Yeah.
Yes, yes, Irfan, go ahead.
Give me a minute. I will just park my car and come back.
Are you facing? Then Fazil, can you go ahead if he is, if he face any challenge?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm driving, Ashif bhai. Let me park the car.
Okay, okay, not an
Sorry
issue.
to
Fazil will
disturb.
take care, not an issue.
Use case user stories, right?